It's the truth, man, the future, you know.
And Mase didn't excel at the rapping really to after high school they started getting on it, and then he excelled and then started getting on first and signed first, and then that helped Cam and everybody get on it. But as far as making a name for themselves in the street, nobody had no name in the street like that. You know what I mean?
Big L.
Right. Big L had a name for himself. He was rapping early. He was signed early. He had some dangerous brothers.
That what Cam said.
They was uptown really shaking and moving. You dig? And that's not my part of town. I was uptown. You dig? Yeah, Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand it because I'm from downtown. You heard? We had our own set of killers. Dame Impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it like that. Dame came up under hustlers that Impact was it. He was a little dude when it came to hustling in Harlem. He wasn't not no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and that. Dame from the east side. When the niggas on the east side is different from the niggas from the west side. Now for the east side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little. When he was coming from the west side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's looking like Rich Porter, but in reality, he was like this. Nigga, go to the store, nigga, take a couple grams, get out of here.
A little bit run, but Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of mofos came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes? You ever heard of a Kufi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys, you heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kufi list back. I just told you I'm gonna change man Stephen Law. Key, you did?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah, but look how you dress. Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And the things
I can be in the church house. You can't ever Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, I know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Ain't nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
I got Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
That shirt too tight.
Hold on.
That shirt too tight. You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to the history, bro.
But you didn't even say that,
bro. Don't do that, bro. That shirt too be sticking up for Nas.
I got a question.
Let Nas stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man.
That was Jim Jones calling out Dame Dash, Nas, and Mase, right? I played that Shannon Sharp and Jim Jones back and forth just so y'all can see how Jim Jones be moving, right? This is the same guy that said he was better than Nas. If you got 100 hip-hop fans, you line up 100 hip-hop fans. Matter of fact, I'ma say you line up 1,000 hip-hop fans and say, who was better, Jim Jones or Nas? All 1,000 of them gonna look at you crazy, like, nigga, what did you talking about? And say Nas. That's that same guy. But you had Jim Jones on this podcast, Mr. I don't do all that internet shit. I don't do that podcast. Have y'all noticed all the street niggas on the internet now? All the rappers on the internet now? Who remembers when you a internet nigga was a diss? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? When rappers and street niggas will This niggas on the internet, man, internet ass nigga, man, niggas on the internet. I remember when nigga coming up in the hood where cameras was not permitted in the hood. Nigga, you might get shot recording somebody in the hood. Niggas in the hood did not like cameras, right? Did not like people taking pictures. One of the first times you started seeing cameras even coming to the hood like that was, y'all remember the Hood to Hood DVDs, right? Y'all remember those? Now, white boys be coming with the cameras to the hood. Niggas can't wait to see the cameras and all that, but that was the same type of thing. So, Mr. I ain't no internet, nigga, stay on the internet. Jim Jones stay on a podcast. Matter of fact, I think Jim Jones got a podcast with Mano, Davies, and Fabulous, right? So you let Jim Jones tell it. The nigga who ain't from Harlem, if you let Cam and them tell it, I believe Jim Jones originally from the Bronx. His grandmother lived out Harlem. He used to be out Harlem. Then he, started hanging with Camron and them, right? Camron says Jim Jones was basically riding niggas Smeets, trying to hang with him, telling niggas to come to his grandma's house. His people just died, woo woo. Talking about how he heard they mixtape. So Cam and them already had motion before they met Jim Jones, and they let Jim Jones hang with him. That's how it all, started. But now you let Jim Jones tell it. Cam was scared to come outside because, there was some shakers and bakers out there. I believe he said Big L and them team was out there. The Cam was scared of him. He went on to say Mase really wasn't no street nigga. Woo woo. He wasn't doing nothing out there. Said Dame Dash. Y'all heard him say Dame Dash had no impact hustling out Harlem. He basically called Dame Dash a store runner, right? I'm like, damn. Dame Dash a store runner? You already know Dame gon' respond to that. Now, I don't know why Jim Jones runs around like he's this icon, right? Now, I believe the group Dipset is an iconic group. I don't believe Jim Jones himself is a icon, if you know what I'm saying, right? You can make a case that Jim Jones isn't even the best rapper in Dipset. I will go with Juelz Santana number 1, Camron number 2, Jim Jones number 3. Even though Juelz was the best rapper, Camron was the star. Jim Jones had that one hit he had, the ballin' joint. I'll give him that. He got the ballin' joint. You know what I'm saying? His only solo hit that if you play in a club, everybody gonna know the joint. I'll give Jim Jones that on that song. But you got Dipset beefing. Well, really not Dipset. Basically, Cam and Jim Jones beefing. If y'all ain't know, a lot of this beef just really sparked off maybe 18 months ago or something like that, maybe give or take. It sparked off when Camron linked up with 50 Cent. I believe 50 was on Cam's show, It Is What It Is. And they were, laughing about old shit and shit like that. There was a situation where Camron and 50 Cent was beefing, right? They was throwing disses at each other, dropping diss tracks against each other. And during that time, that's when 50 was at the height of his career. 50 and G-Unit was the hottest niggas in the industry. You had Camron and 50 beefing, going back and forth, right? So while Camron and 50 was beefing, Jim Jones and Juelz Santana, they go perform with 50 Cent, right? Think about it. You got the main nigga in Dipset beefing with the main nigga in G Unit. Then you got Dipset over there on stage performing with 50 and shit like that, and Cam wasn't feeling it, right? I believe that's what got brought up when 50 was on It Is What It Is. And Jim Jones ain't like that. Jim Jones started going in on Camron, saying he started Dipset. He is Dipset. Woo woo. Basically taking credit for a lot of things. Joel Santana basically said he took credit for Dipset, right? Joel said he came up with the name. Dipset came up with the style. Woo woo. Who knows? But what I do know is back then, really, Cam was the leader in the streets with all that, right? Cam was the leader. If y'all don't believe me, matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all a old video of Camron on a block with Big Tigger. Big Tigger came on a block. Camron had niggas on the block cartwheeling, right? I guess that was a thing out Harlem. Niggas used to be out there cartwheeling, and Jim Jones is on this video. I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention. Jim Jones is gonna be in the middle with his shirt off. Pay attention to how Camron is moving and acting, carrying himself, and pay attention to how Jim Jones is looking and acting. When you look at it, you actually see that Jim Jones is looking like the runner boy. Jim Jones is looking like the get with. Jim Jones is looking like the follower. Jim Jones is looking like the store runner. Because Jim Jones just said, yeah, Dame Dash was a store runner, right? Then Dame Dash might go down as the greatest store runner ever. Because how he go from a store runner to being Dame Dash. But I'm going to play the video and I'm going to come back.
I think you about to go up in the store up against the wall. One big shout out to my man Killer Kid.
Yeah, man, definitely. We got to go shopping and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Saying, what's this out here about y'all with the cartwheels?
Nothing, you know, it's just like we got a cartwheel fetish. Wherever you go, we break dance and do cartwheels. Cartwheels.
Who got a cartwheel for me?
It's like an actual 360-degree spin if you're not from the site for culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we gonna get the cartwheels going.
I bet.
Jimmy, let me see your cartwheel. Let me see what's going on. It's my man.
The one-hand joint.
Yeah. Yeah, see you next joint. We gonna see you more. Okay, so. Outside, yo. Hey, you gonna do your cartwheel?
Come on, guys. Hey, yo.
You got a man sight. You ain't gonna do it. I'll sight some joint.
Come on, Dig.
Yeah, my man, sight some joint. Cartwheel.
Y'all see Jim Jones? Y'all see Jim Jones in that joint tweaking? Cam talking, nigga, all peeking in the camera. Boy, you look like a whole get with, nigga. If y'all don't know what a get with is in the DMV, we call niggas a get with. A get with is that lame niggas trying to hang with niggas, right? Niggas be sending this nigga to the store, making him break the weed down. If you hustling, you might make the nigga go bust a wop for you. We call the wop is like busting the cell or whatever. You know, nigga always hanging around. Get with ass nigga, right? Store runner. Jim Jones is looking like the get with. In the joint tweaking. Looking like a whole smoker. Cam like, yeah, hey, Jimmy, man. Show him your cartwheel. In the one-hand joints. Camron started making all them motherfuckers cartwheel. He ain't cartwheel. So who really looked like they was that nigga? I'm just looking at the evidence because you let Jim Jones tell it he capo. How you capo, but niggas got you cartwheeling? Because Jim Jones, you could be like, nah, go ahead. You go ahead, cartwheel, Cam. Anybody be having me on camera just cartwheeling like everybody else, like I'm a flunky. You were the only Dipset member in that video cartwheeling. But somehow you, Capo, and Cam ain't on shit. Cam was scary. Now, I wasn't in Harlem. I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what I've heard and what I've seen. And I'm like, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt coming from a nigga that thinks he's better than Nas. So I can't trust shit you say. Yeah, they say, yeah, you a rapper. You supposed to be confident. You an athlete. You supposed to be confident. There is a difference between being confident and being delusional. There's a difference. I can guarantee you if somebody asked Reggie Miller, and Reggie Miller is one of the greatest shooters of all time. Reggie Miller is a Hall of Famer. If somebody asked Reggie Miller, who's better, you or Michael Jordan? Reggie Miller's going to say, Michael Jordan's better than me. If somebody asked Phillip Rivers, who's better, him or Tom Brady? Phillip Rivers going to say, Tom Brady was better than me. So miss me with that. But you had Jim Jones in that joint looking like a whole smoker in that joint. Looking like a get with. Nigga over that joint tweaking. Tigger ain't say nothing to you. He was dead for Cam on the joint, man. Cam looking like he ran the block. That's what he was looking like. I thought he was scared to come outside, Jim Jones. Now, only was Camron outside. Camron was outside having you do cartwheels. Wow, Flavor. Then he tried to get at Mase, get at my man Mase. Look, man, talking about Mase ain't really gangster. When has Mase went around acting like he was this big gangster? This is what I'm trying to figure out. When did Mase become gangster? Mase is one of them niggas. He's a jokey nigga, Mase. Look. But if you let Cam tell it, Cam said Mase used to be outside by himself when he was like 6 or 7. Cam was like, when Cam was still outside with his mom holding his hand outside, Mase would be outside by himself, running around Harlem. That's what Camron say, because Camron and Mase grew up together. They played ball together. They both was good basketball players. I believe they team went to the state championship, right? And Mase really never fucked with Jim Jones like that, right? Jim Jones used to come around. That's when Jim Jones just started coming around, hanging with Cam and them. Cam brought Jim Jones around, right? Because like I said, Jim Jones was from the Bronx. Jim Jones' grandmother was from Harlem. He used to come around that joint. He was thirsty to hang with Cam and them. He started hanging with them. Mase would be around. Nigga, Mase, this came out of Jim Jones' own mouth. Mase taught Jim Jones how to rap. Mase literally taught Jim Jones how to rap. Jim Jones didn't know how to rap. Mase taught him how to rap, right? But I believe back in those days, the nigga Cam and Mase had a falling out, right? Cam and Mase had a falling out. They wasn't speaking for a long time. And what had happened was they squashed their little beef. They're back tight. And word on the streets is Jim Jones really ain't like that, right? He ain't like that. Mase and Cam was back cool or whatever. But I'm looking at Jim Jones like, look, man, Jim Jones a Bama for real, man. The DMV, we call niggas Bamas, right? You know, like, they call niggas goofy out Chicago. They call niggas corny out New York. We call niggas Bamas. When you look at that video with Jim Jones cartwheel, nigga look like a whole Bama in that joint, Mo. Straight Bama nigga, right? But the nigga Jim Jones is a Bama for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't got no problem with Jim Jones and shit like that. I just don't like people who diss people for doing something while they're doing the same thing. Nigga had all that shit to talk about people on the internet and shit. Podcasters. Nigga, I ain't no podcaster. Nigga, y'all do that podcasting. You is a podcaster, nigga. That's the only time you got any motion is when you on somebody's podcast. Matter of fact, you got a podcast. Them niggas got their own podcast. Mr. I ain't no podcasting nigga. Cause he too late to the wave. He late to the wave. Podcasting is the wave for washed up rappers. If niggas ain't know. They not gonna get it out the mud like real YouTubers who had to start from 0 subscribers to 100 to 500 to 1,000 to 10,000. You know, they got the cheat code. Cause they already famous. They already got a fan base. So these niggas just jump on YouTube and overnight they got 200, 300, 400,000 followers, right? So they got the cheat code and now everybody got their own podcast. But you let Jim Jones tell it, man, Dame Dash wasn't shit out there. Dame Dash wasn't getting it like he said he was getting it. And I'm going to be real. Look, a lot of these rappers are not what they say they are. They're not really who they claim to be, right? They wasn't really that big time drug dealer. They wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? We do know that, right? But when you're trying to tell me you're Mr. Capo and I see a video of you getting told to do a cartwheel by the same nigga you're trying to say really wasn't like that, wasn't really outside like that, I gotta look at that side eye. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm out.